All right, it was a good time for my mic to be muted so you could hear more of Andrew playing. Apologies for that. But just to pick up what I was saying, Andrew Gilbert performing for us here live on Morning Live. Beautiful, beautiful. He's part of the National Youth Orchestra. That's also South Africa's symphonic national team. And they'll be making majestic sounds in Johannesburg and Pretoria the whole of December. The 53-year-old orchestra will be enchanting their audiences with favorites such as the Fourth Symphony of Tchaikovsky, Stravinsky and Pulcinella Suite. The orchestra's alumni have won places in some of the world's best orchestras. Well, talking to us now about this is Sophia Welz. She's the managing director of the National Youth Orchestra. Great to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you for having us.
Gosh, I mean, this is phenomenal. When you listen to something like this, then you understand the talent that's in there.
I think what's incredible is when everybody is together and you see the orchestra in its totality. I mean, this is one component, and we have so much talent in South Africa. It's every year, it just surprises me, and it makes me incredibly happy.
Well, I'm glad that it surprises you because, I mean, how long have you been there with the orchestra?
So I counted the other day, I started playing in the National Youth Orchestra 20 years ago.
Oh my gosh, okay.
And I started working for the National Youth Orchestra 10 years ago.
So to be surprised is a big deal.
Yeah.
53 years of history. I mean, this is a phenomenal run that the Youth Orchestra has had. Talk us through some of the highlights, I mean, that you can
Well, I think the National Youth Orchestra really is a representation of what our ideal South Africa is. And for me, it's incredible to see that the young musicians come from everywhere. And I think that's an achievement. I think that we do blind auditions, so nobody knows. It's a recording that's just labeled with a number, so it's anonymous. And we get an orchestra that's really representative of South Africa. So I think that's my number one highlight, that we're working across the country to make sure that people have access to music education.
Yeah, which is so important because many people, and for many, many centuries, it's always been believed that it's almost like an aristocratic thing. You know, it's not something that everybody can do. And whenever you speak to anybody that sings opera or is in any of these beautiful orchestras, they think it's something that's unachievable to somebody that doesn't come from money or that's able to access these things. But it isn't. It's more of a myth, isn't it?
I think, well, it is quite difficult. I think we have a lot of work to do, and we need to do much more in terms of education across the board. We know this as South Africans, but I think that what's wonderful is that music is a sort of equalizer. If you can play an instrument and you're in this orchestra, you've got something big to work towards, and it doesn't matter where you come from or who you are. You can be part of this bigger, amazing thing. So I think that's my highlight. We've toured the world. We've gone to Russia. We've gone to Aberdeen. We've toured South Africa. We've been on the West Coast. We've been in PE last year. We've been at the National Arts Festival. This year we're doing Joburg, which we love Joburg. We're going to be at Parktown Boys High School, and they have beautiful facilities, so we can practice there. And then we're going to be here at the SABC. The SABC Foundation has been really kind and given us the use of their facilities here. Wonderful. And this was designed for the SABC's orchestra. So it's made for an orchestra and made for us, really. It feels like home.
That is so nice, because I know that the Academy of Sound Engineering is hosting a special behind-the-scenes recording and a video in conjunction with the SABC
So the
Foundation.
audience can be part of this. So you can come and see this behind-scenes concert. Yeah.
Please help me with this, because I know that the orchestra's performance is going to be done under the baton of the United States conductor, Sarah Ioannidis.
Yes.
And I mean, she's one of the top 20 female conductors in the world.
She's incredible. And I met her and said, come to South Africa. And she said, well, where can I join up? So we have a lot of international teachers that come and donate their time. So it's incredible. We have this global access to the global stage for our young musicians through these professionals that come and mentor.
Yes.
And I think it's really important also for young women particularly, but for everybody in the orchestra to see a female conducting. I think that's important.
It is.
Yeah.
Because I have to be honest with you, I'm not sure I've seen too many female conductors.
Yeah. And I think it's becoming more popular now, more accepted. So it's great.
That's so nice. Sophia, where do we get information if we want to see them performing live?
I think the best thing is to go to our website, which is www.sanyo.org.za.
Excellent.
Or alternatively, at CompuTicket, our tickets are available there. We're doing concerts at the Rand Club on the 14th. That's a Christmas dinner. It's very fancy.
Yeah.
And then we're on the 15th, we're in Pretoria at UNISA. in the evening, and then our last concert is on the 16th here at the SABC in Auckland Park. Excellent. At 3 o'clock.
Oh, that is so lovely. But get onto that website, sanyo.org.za. You'll be able to find out where they're performing, get your tickets from CompuTicket, and you can see the likes of Andrew performing live, and it's beautiful to watch. Sophia, thank you very, very much for talking to us. Sophia is the Managing Director of the National Youth Orchestra. Quick break. We'll see you after this. Stay tuned.